So I grew up in France. So the opposite of Whitney, I wasn't raised in a Christian home. I was raised Catholic. I've been through the traditional Catholic way, not because I believed in God. It was just like everybody's doing it, so I just did it, But I never questioned anything, or I never questioned the presence of God or Jesus when I was young. I didn't marry my high school sweetheart. In France, we have what we call like a civil union. It's way easier to get separated. This is why they put this in place. It's a little bit less messy than divorce, unfortunately. So I moved in Kentucky in June 2018. Sorry, wasn't interested in going to church whatsoever until 2019. I met a girl and she broke my heart completely. And back in the days, my plant manager counted on me a lot to provide like technical support to the operations at Constellium, especially on nights and weekends. And he noticed that something had changed with me. Like I was someone that was usually pretty hype, pretty like excited about work. Like, what can I do to help you, and so and so. And like couple of weeks, like in fall of 2019, like that Arno wasn't here no more, and so he took me aside after a meeting, and he asked me like, so either you're going to tell me what's going on, dude, or we are going to end this, because I like people out on the floor are looking you as a leader, and I need this Arno being a leader again. And so I told him back in the days, like I met a girl and she broke my heart, and so, and he just like burst out, laughed at my face. And I was just like, thank you, Steve, this is exactly what I need right now, like. And he looked at me again, he's just like, Arno, you just met a party girl. Party girls are fun. Like, I met a party girl when I was in college, that's fine. You cannot make your life out of a party girl. You need to find yourself a fine Southern Christian girl. Never been in church in the South whatsoever. And I'm just like, my only experience that I had with Christian at that time, since I moved to the US in the summer of 2018, was in New Orleans, Bourbon Street. Like the people that are just like screaming at you, like, you need to repent. I'm just like, okay, I'm really loving people, Anyway, like he really pushed me to this, and I'm just like, you know what, Steve? Like everything you taught me helped me in my career, at least. So I'm going to listen to you on this one as well. And like back in the days, I was on Facebook, all the dating apps and so, and every time you had like Jesus, whatever, I'm just like, yeah, no, that's not for me. And I decided to, like, let's give it a chance. And this is actually how we met with Whitney. And like, she changed completely my view on everything, and she changed my world. And she took me to Living Hope in when we started dating, like early 2020, whenever COVID arrived. So when COVID arrived, I was growing in my faith, starting to discover who Jesus was at that point. So at the same time, then our whole world, like we used to know it, was shambling to pieces because of COVID. Well, I was growing closer to God at that time, unfortunately. So June 2020, which was an absolute disaster back in France, with my ex-girlfriend, Laura, with whom I stayed super close. She was still my confidant. She was my best friend as well. We were like in close contact through text. She decided also to take her own life. And back then, because of travel ban, if I had to choose to go back to France, I would not have been able to come back to the US. So I didn't know what she was going through. I knew that she was struggling, but I didn't know that she was such deep in depression. And I was absolutely useless and clueless because I couldn't go back home. And that was really hard on me, because like not being able to be there present with her family, with all of our friends and so, that was the hardest part on me. At the same time, so June summer 2020, I was considering like coming to talk to Leading Hope staff and like getting baptized. So when I was considering like doing my profession of faith, public profession of faith, well, this happened. So basically I had two choices, like I was questioning like why God let this happen to Laura as well, And this is also where I realized that he put Whitney in my life for that exact reason as well, like she was here to help me go through this hard grief, and she helped me from the very first moment that this happened to remove this question out of my head. And the question was, why?
You're all good.
One day this won't happen.
She was an answer to your prayers.
She was. And when you go through this, like you want to know why, but you won't. You will never find the answer because the person you love is not here no more. And because Whitney went through all of this, like we grow together, we grow closer, like all of a sudden, because we're just like, how is it possible that, first of all, we met in Bowling Green, Kentucky. She's from Michigan, I'm from France. Like, what's the probability of us meeting, even yet dating, knowing that 9 months before that I was just like, yeah, Jesus, not my thing, And I'm just like, this could not be a coincidence,